War of the Old Gods, often depicted as the Titanomachy, is also known as the War of the Titans, Battle of the Titans, Battle of the Gods, or just the Titan War. It was a monumental clash in Greek mythology between two powerful generations of gods, where the Titans, who had ruled the cosmos for ages, waged war with the younger, ambitious Olympians, led by none other than Zeus. In the beginning, the Titans ruled everything. They were ancient gods born from the union of Uranus, known as the god of the universe at the time, and Gaia, the primordial goddess of the earth, or Mother Earth. The Titans were powerful and unchallenged, shaping the world as they pleased, but as with all great powers, they carried within them the seeds of their own downfall. The one at the center of it all was Cronus, the most ambitious of the Titans, who overthrew his father Uranus to take control of the cosmos. But why and how did this happen? Uranus's reign was not one of harmony. His desire for control led him to imprison some of his own children, specifically the Cyclops and the Hecatonchyres, deep within Tartarus. This act of oppression sowed the seeds of rebellion, particularly in Gaia, who was angry at her husband's cruel treatment of their children. When she could no longer tolerate seeing her children locked away, she decided to get revenge by creating a giant sickle, and encouraged her children to rise against and overcome their father by castrating him. Only Cronus, the youngest Titan, had the courage to carry out her wishes. Together with his mother, Cronus devised a plan, and he managed to overpower Uranus and castrate him. From the drops of Uranus's blood that fell upon the earth, 3 sets of children were born. They were the Gigantes, the Erinyes, and the Meliae. And from the sea foam where his blood touched the water, the ancient Greek goddess of love, beauty, and desire, Aphrodite, was born. With Uranus defeated, Cronus took over as king of the universe. But power has a way of corrupting even the best intentions, and Cronus was no different. He became just as controlling as his father had been, throwing his siblings back into Tartarus and ruling with fear. Cronus knew what it was like to betray family to take power, and deep down, he feared history would repeat itself. A prophecy told him that one of his own children would rise against him, just as he had risen against Uranus. Some versions of this story tell us that this prophecy was a curse from Uranus, warning that one day Cronus would be overthrown. Paranoid and desperate to hold on to his throne, Cronus did something horrifying. Each time his wife Rhea gave birth, he swallowed the newborn whole. He thought that if they were trapped within him, he would be able to avoid the prophecy. One by one, his children Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon all disappeared. Rhea, heartbroken and desperate, couldn't bear to lose another child. So when she became pregnant again, she knew this child had to survive. When Zeus was born, Rhea devised a plan to trick Cronus. Instead of giving Cronus the baby, she wrapped a stone in swaddling cloth, which Cronus swallowed without a second thought. Meanwhile, Rhea smuggled Zeus to the island of Crete, where he was raised in secret by a goat named Amalthea. Years later, when Zeus had matured, he returned to confront his father. Zeus became his father's cupbearer without revealing his true identity. With the help of Métis, the Titan goddess who would later become his first wife, Zeus gave Cronus a mixture of wine and mustard, causing him to vomit all the children he had swallowed one by one. When all of his brothers and sisters were freed, Zeus gathered them and convinced them to start a rebellion against Cronus. The reunion of the Olympians was the beginning of a revolution, and this was how the epic battle of the Titan, or the Titanomachy, began. But the Olympians weren't going to win this fight alone. They needed reinforcements. Zeus knew that the Titans had one significant advantage. They were ancient, experienced, and immense in power, and if the Olympians wanted to win, they would need help. This is where Zeus made a bold move that would change the course of the war. Zeus descended into Tartarus, freeing the Cyclops and Hecatonchyres, and asked for their help to fight against Cronus. Hecatonchyres were the giants with 100 hands, and the Cyclops were the mighty blacksmiths with a single eye. Uranus locked them away because he feared their immense power. Zeus, however, freed them and brought them into the fight. The Cyclops, in gratitude, forged gifts for the Olympian gods. They gave Zeus the thunderbolt, a weapon of unimaginable power. Poseidon received the trident, which could stir the seas and cause earthquakes. Hades was given the helmet of invisibility, allowing him to move unseen through the battlefield. With these new weapons and the strength of their allies, the Olympians were ready. For 10 long years, the war dragged on. It was a brutal conflict, with neither side willing to surrender. The Titans hurled mountains, the gods unleashed storms, and the Hekatoncheires rained down boulders with their 100 hands. Themis and Prometheus were the only Titans that fought on the side of Zeus. In the end, it was the Olympians who won the war. With his thunderbolt flashing, Zeus finally struck down Cronus. But Zeus wasn't content with merely defeating them. The Titans needed to be contained, so Zeus banished them to Tartarus, deep within the underworld, where they would remain imprisoned for eternity. Guarding them were the very creatures they once feared, and ensuring that the Titans would never rise again. Themis and Prometheus were on the Olympian side and were not jailed with the Titans. The victory of the Olympians marked the dawn of a new era in Greek mythology. Zeus, along with his brothers Poseidon and Hades, divided the universe by drawing straws. Zeus won and became the king of the sky, as well as the ruler of mortals, ruling from Mount Olympus. Poseidon came second and became the ruler of the seas, while Hades took control of the underworld. Together, the Olympians established a world where law, justice, and divine order were central. While Zeus presided as the king of gods, other Olympians such as Hera, Athena, Apollo, and Artemis each took on roles in governing specific aspects of life and the universe, including wisdom, love, harvest, and so on. This war teaches us that even gods are bound by certain truths. No matter how powerful you are, change is inevitable. Cronus feared it, tried to stop it, and failed. Zeus embraced it and built something new, but victory came at a cost. The Olympians may have won the battle, but in other stories from Greek mythology, they soon learned that ruling a universe was no easy task. In many ways, the Titanomachy reflects the cycles of life and history, showing that every era has its titans. But just as the Olympians proved, with determination, strategy, and a bit of help from unexpected allies, even the mightiest can fall. And so, the War of the Titans remains one of the most enduring stories from Greek mythology. It's a tale of rebellion, sacrifice, and renewal, and a reminder that even in the most chaotic battles, there's the promise of a new beginning. If you enjoyed this video, follow us for more content on ancient myths and legends you don't want to miss. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.